Okay, this was early in the movie when we decided we needed to set up the entrance of Mason Dixon. It's a, what do they call it, a POV shot. People are looking at Mason. Here he is in the elevator. Impossible to read, but at the time we thought this would only be seen on a Cinerama-sized screen. And lo and behold, there's one of the actors that didn't make the movie, and it looks suspiciously like me about 150 years ago. That was my best Francis Ford Coppola / George Lucas look, I guess. And I really didn't have to put too much makeup on or anything else. That's how we all looked back in 1978. And this was an office that we didn't have to fix up too much either, because that's pretty much how our office looked like back then. And this was the debut of Mason Dixon in the version that nobody ever saw. And it was a shame because this was the only other wardrobe we had for him besides that blue suit and a pair of pajamas he wore in one scene.
Yes, sir. Good. I've been reading your file, Dixon. Interesting.
So all of this about his background we ended up doing in about 15 seconds with Jack Riley, and it worked just fine.
Have a seat.
So you see this is supposed to be sub-basement 2 if you couldn't read the little tiny writing in that elevator. And Major Mills isn't held in terribly high regard by the Army based upon the fact that he's in the janitor's closet.
Nixon, Massachusetts re-election campaign.
These are all inside political references from 1978 that your PhDs and grad students might have got, but your average moviegoer probably didn't. And here's that guy again.
You want to hand me the needle-nose pliers?
Here comes my, what should have been Oscar-winning moment. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Needle nose. Needle nose.
I worked hard on that line.
Excuse me.
And there I go, out of the movie and out of the outtakes.
You know, I'm moving upstairs next week, Dixon. They're building me a new office. Not that I mind the cramped quarters, you know.
I wonder if Jerry Anderson, who played Major Mills, ever felt bad that his big scene was cut out of the movie. Since it was this movie, maybe he felt good about it. I like this scene, actually, the Boer War.
Fighting the Boers.
What?
Dull, sir. Boers. A dull war. Boers. Boring.
No war is fun, Dixon.
For those of you who aren't history majors, the Boer War was fought between England and what became South Africa right around the turn of the 20th century. That's your little anecdotal history note for today.
Sergeant, this last straw. I don't care if the mail chute does end up at sub-basement number 1. You have them carry my mail down here from now on. I will not have the guard.
I don't know who played the sergeant, but he got cut out of this whole movie, and I just remembered that he didn't have any other scenes, so best of luck to him wherever he is today.
Gee, thanks, Uncle Bill.
You can probably tell why this scene was cut out of this movie.
Good news, Dixon. The presidential press secretary is holding a news conference at this very moment. We're finally going to get some action.
This scene was deleted from the original 1978 version. When it came time to restore it, we could only find this version in Babusulese with English subtitles. Actually, it's funnier in Babusulese. As are most movies when you think about it. If you ever saw The Godfather in Babusulese, it takes on a whole new subtext. And The Godfather Part 3 in Babusulese is really quite an improvement. Of course, you know, most foreign films versioned in Babusulese all sound about the same to your average American, unless he or she comes from a foreign country, in which case it wouldn't. Okay, so there's a gag in the movie where Ted Swan does a public service spot about a blind traffic cop. And if you think that was in bad taste, check out the original idea. A classroom of apparently normal kids who, when the school bell rings, are revealed to be, well, handicapped. And since Costa isn't here, I'm going to tell you the absolute truth. It was his idea, and I was strongly opposed from the get-go, which is why we cut it out. How anyone could find a bunch of blind fourth graders even remotely funny, well, actually, this clip is from a documentary we were planning to produce on the dark days before political correctness. So today, these kids are in their 30s. To one and all of them, I say, shame on you.